Hi there, Dan West again. This time with a product review on the Vocomo cabinet door lift. Now, as you'll see in subsequent pictures here of this lift, it came with one sheet that was really very poor, in the sense that this lift, this strut, can be used in a number of ways. And I found that out through trial and error, as a couple other guys I've seen on YouTube. But this is going to be more thorough because I've got some other images that I got from Amazon. This is also kind of another, a pump for Amazon because they get so much bad publicity, and some of it rightly so, the way they treat their employees and what have you. But in these days of change, it's inevitable, and we have to take the good with the bad. And in this case, Amazon has come through for me so many times, and here's one. Now, this cabinet that I'm going to be showing is a very large box. It's actually going to be for my kitten, my ragdoll kitten that I'm going to be getting in a few weeks. And this is going to house everything, including 2 litter boxes. And it's large because it's going to go in front of a fireplace that I dearly love, but we never use it anymore. And so my thoughts was to have a cabinet with a litter box that could vent outside, and this covers the whole opening of the fireplace. That's why it's so large. And being large like this, I thought, well, I might as well make it where I can store all the things in there. Now, just my wife and I, we don't entertain a lot, so again, this is not for everyone. It certainly couldn't be for a person in a small apartment, but this is my take of my situation and how I'm satisfying the needs, and I think it's going to come out very well. Now, the lift, I tried several struts with no success until I came across this other one that I'm about to show you, and I have it right now installed upside down. It's very strong. It's made for a 60 to 100 pound door. They have several categories of strength. I have my door like this because, again, it's going to go to the fireplace, so there's a hearth involved. So I don't want this lid going 90 degrees. I want this going probably, less than that. So that's why, however you want to read your gauge, was 70 or 130 degrees. Now, I'm going to be relocating. As you can see now, they're upside down. That's the only way at the time, trial and error, I could make them work. But I've got a diagram, again, I'm going to show you, and as soon as I cut this photo, this section of the video, I'm going to demount these and relocate them. And of course, I'll have the copies of the diagram that Amazon got for me, and hopefully this will help a lot of others who happen to buy this lift. Again, I have a different situation here because this is 2x2 framing, so there's an offset below this 2x2. I'm going to have to put a little pad out there to bring out flush, because that's how this works in line. This one disc aligned with the arm up here, and I'll be doing some trial and error again, going with some of the dimensions that I'm being given on this diagram. Again, it has like a flat panel, but this is anything but a flat panel. This is a framed top with a panel in the middle, let in. Anyways, without all that detailed description, I'm going to get with the work and reset it, and then I'll come back hopefully with a working strut. Supposedly what this is supposed to do is, as you can see, if I let it go, it'll slam shut, all right? But when you come up, there's the pressure. It wants to push it gradually, but I don't want it to slam up. So obviously somehow the way it's made is when it's feeling the pressure, that's when the pistons come into play, and it closes it very slowly. Right now it doesn't, so we'll see what happens. I'm actually satisfied with the way it works. I'm not concerned about it, closing, lightly, but just in the pure sense of wanting to know how to put it in properly, that's why I'm going to do this. And again, this is not a real finished piece of furniture. This is a cabinet. It's going to serve a purpose for my little kitten and all its paraphernalia. So again, and hopefully, if I can be of some help to someone else who's got this for a nice piece of kitchen cabinetry or a chest for their bedding, what have you, have heavy doors, it'll save them a lot of having to patch holes where the screws used to be and all that, and keep them a nice, pristine furniture. So with that, I'm going to get to work, and I'll see you on the next click, okay? Okay, as you can see, I have reinstalled these struts to where they are in there in a proper position. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad I, took the time to do that, even though it's not a piece of furniture that I really would mess with that much. It's a utility box, but it is, it's just still something I want to do correctly. Look at this action. I'm going to pull it down. It will not. Remember how it used to slam down? I actually forced it down to some extent. That's it. It opens by itself like this. And it opens up forcefully, but that slams it open. The other ones would really, just whack it, hard. And then if I went like this, it would just drop. It was just, it's the same struts, you just add them backwards. I really don't mind, pushing it down because I'm not concerned about it slamming. See, there's part way up. It's really smooth acting. Each strut will accommodate 30 pounds. So the two of them is 60 pounds worth of lid, and this lid is not 60 pounds. It works very smooth. Looks good. I like this chrome. It's all steel construction. Here's how I did it. And you'll see in the subsequent drawings, but I'm going to help you in terms of if you have a different condition. For example, this is not 1 3/4 panel that's being activated by bloom hinges, whether it's swinging outside the face frame or within the face frame, as the cabinet doors would do, or even a lid would do, being flush with the cabinetry. This is a different situation. I've got it not at 90 degrees because I've mentioned again I had a hearth in the situation where it's going to go in front of the fireplace, so I do not want it at 90 degrees, although these hinges will accommodate 105 degrees past the 90. What I did was I took this one dimension, 6 inches, from the base of the lid, the interior side, to the first screw, right? And then, of course, the second screw is already located that way. Then I carefully looked at the picture that you're going to see where the lid is at a 90 degrees and how it hung down, because it's in that open position. And I duplicated that silhouette at this angle. I had a stick holding it up at this proper angle, so I already had the top 2 screws attached. I let it hang down, and I brought it out to where it had that kind of slight angle, and I measured from the back of my cabinet 7 inches. So I measured back 7 inches on both sides, so they're both exactly the same. 6 inches to the first screw, both struts, and 7 inches off the back wall. On my condition, now your condition can vary, but it's the same principle. So whether you want, say, an opening like mine, not a full 90, or you want a full 90, or you want 105, the basic principle is the same. They've got all these numbers in there, but I couldn't make head or tail of them, and it didn't fit my condition anyways. So that's it. If you happen to buy these struts that come in as a set, over $30, under $40 with tax. I forget how much it exactly was. I thought it was worth the money. I mean, this is a cabinet, and it's something that's not just for a week or two. It's going to last for quite a while. So it's going to serve my purpose. It's all steel, no plastic involved. and works like a charm. And it wasn't that hard to install once you know what you're doing. Like anything, it was really very simple. It's pretty ingenious design, I think. So with that, again, how it closes, so nice, and it opens effortlessly, and it's solid. It's there, so no concern of it falling down. All right, that's it. You can take a look at the other pictures and examine them. And I couldn't speak more highly of this set of hinges. I'm not saying they're the only ones out there and the best ones, but for me, they work, and they work just fine. And I'm sure there's other product out there that's just as good, maybe even better. The one I liked, which got damaged. Let me show you. Believe it or not, these things, where the plastic is, it came out. And look how much. There's only like, maybe 5 threads in there, and you can see all the epoxy everything. I put it back in there, they're solid again. So they're really good. I have all the parts to it. You see this piece here? This is where you can adjust it. There's a cap that goes on here, but this is how you adjust the pressure or the action. It's similar to a door closer. So they're good. I got the parts, and I'm going to save them. Who knows? I might have another use for them. But what I don't like is plastic. If this thing would have been all steel, man, I wouldn't have any problem. But the plastic little piece in there threaded with you see the epoxy. Again, I pushed them back in, and they're there, solid. So who knows? But I like these. These were not very expensive, and I think they were $19, and they only came in a single pack. What can I tell you? By the way, I don't know if there's a name on there or not, but you can see them on Amazon. You'll see them on Amazon. And this was a good strut. It just, didn't work. That's the first ones I used. All right, that's it. Get back to work. All right, here is that picture I was telling you about that Amazon got me from the manufacturer. It shows the dimensions there, but the main thing is the way it's in the open position and how it's situated on this piece of furniture. Now, this is the sheet that came with it, and it has basically the same picture. I just didn't pay attention well enough to it in the upper part. It has numbers and dimensions there in millimeters, which is fine for me. I work in millimeters also. The back page was totally useless. It had a whole different situation on there. If you follow what I've told you here, you should have success, and you won't have to do what I've got to do now. Go back to my shop and use putty. I always say, to the shop, have a good time, work safe, and don't use any putty. But today, I got to use putty. So I hope this helped you. Have a good time. There's my email address. Catch you later.